The mirror in apartment 4B had been showing the wrong reflection for 3 weeks now. I noticed it first on a Tuesday morning, brushing my teeth in the bathroom mirror, mounted above the chipped porcelain sink. The face looking back moved a fraction of a second too late, like watching a poorly dubbed film where the audio doesn't match the lips. I blinked hard, rubbed my eyes, blamed it on the fluorescent bulb's dying flicker. But the delay persisted. Each morning, the reflection lagged behind my movements, first by milliseconds, then by full seconds. By the end of the first week, my mirror self was performing yesterday's routine, while I lived today's reality. The building superintendent, a weathered man named Morris, who smelled of cigarettes and cleaning chemicals, claimed no other tenants had complained. He examined the mirror with suspicious eyes, running his fingers along the edges where the silvering had begun to peel away in dark, organic patterns. "Looks normal to me," he muttered, but his reflection avoided eye contact in the glass. I began documenting the phenomenon. Each morning, I performed simple gestures, raising my left hand, tilting my head, opening my mouth, while timing the reflection's response. The delay grew longer. 2 seconds, 5, 10. By the third week, my reflection had stopped following entirely. It would stand there in the mirror's frame, wearing my face but living its own timeline. Sometimes I'd catch it sleeping when I was awake, or eating when I'd finished my meal hours earlier. The most disturbing part wasn't the impossibility. It was how natural it felt. Like discovering a roommate I'd forgotten I had. I researched mirror manufacturing, optical physics, neurological conditions that might cause temporal displacement in visual processing. The internet offered no answers. Only rabbit holes leading to conspiracy theories about parallel dimensions and government experiments with reflective surfaces. Then I found the others. A photography forum buried in the deep web contained a thread titled Temporal Displacement in Reflective Media. 12 users had reported similar experiences. Their mirrors showed delayed or completely independent reflections. One user in Portland claimed her bathroom mirror reflected a version of herself from 1987. Another in Detroit said his reflection had aged 20 years in the span of a month. The forum moderator, username Silvertrace, claimed to work for a defunct government research project called the Reflection Protocol. According to his posts, mirrors in certain buildings had been treated with experimental compounds designed to study quantum consciousness, the theory that awareness exists across multiple timelines simultaneously. The compound destabilizes the quantum field around reflective surfaces, he wrote. What you're seeing isn't a malfunction. It's a feature. I printed every post, every response, every cryptic hint about building addresses and installation dates. My apartment building, constructed in 1973, appeared on a list of test sites alongside hospitals, schools, and government facilities across 17 states. The reflection began leaving me notes. Small pieces of paper would appear on the bathroom counter, written in my handwriting, but containing information I'd never learned. Stock prices from next week, weather patterns for the following month, the exact time and date when Mrs. Chen from 3A would have her heart attack. I saved Mrs. Chen's life by calling 911 20 minutes before the note said she'd collapse. The paramedics arrived to find her conscious but experiencing chest pains she hadn't yet noticed. They credited my intuition with preventing a fatal cardiac event. That night, my reflection wrote a longer message across the fogged bathroom mirror after my shower. The protocol is expanding. More mirrors are coming online. You're not ready for what you'll see next. I tried to respond, writing questions in the condensation, but my reflection had already moved on to tomorrow's routine. It was brushing its teeth while I stood there, naked and dripping, trying to decode warnings from a version of myself that existed 3 steps ahead in time. The building's other mirrors began showing irregularities. The lobby mirror reflected the space as it had appeared in 1985, with different wallpaper and furniture that hadn't existed in decades. The mirror in the laundry room showed the basement as it would look after a flood that hadn't happened yet. I realized the truth during my 4th week of documentation. The reflection wasn't delayed or independent. It was showing me the real timeline. I was the anomaly, the one displaced from proper temporal flow. My reflection was where I was supposed to be, living the life I should have been living, if the protocol hadn't fractured my consciousness across multiple quantum states. The government compound hadn't failed. It had worked exactly as designed, creating a network of observers scattered across time, each one monitoring different segments of reality through the infinite surveillance system we call mirrors. Every morning now, I check my reflection for new instructions. Sometimes it's warnings about accidents I need to prevent. Other times it's lottery numbers or investment tips. Occasionally it shows me people I haven't met yet, conversations I'll have next year, places I'll visit in timelines that haven't crystallized into reality. The protocol has made me a temporal maintenance worker, fixing paradoxes and preventing disasters across multiple probability streams. I'm not sure if I'm helping or making things worse, but the reflection keeps writing notes, and I keep following its guidance. Sometimes I wonder if everyone's reflection is trying to communicate. If every mirror holds a conversation we're too distracted to notice. Maybe the protocol isn't experimental technology. Maybe it's just showing us what mirrors have always done, what consciousness has always been capable of, when we stop assuming time moves in only one direction. If you're wondering what's real, maybe you should sign up for the channel's newsletter for new stories.